आखिरी के टाइम पे जितना पढ़ना ज़रूरी है उतना ही ज़रूरी होता है मॉक देना। जितना ज़्यादा मॉक देंगे उतना अच्छा है। सो मॉक देने का भी एक तरीका होता है एंड उसको कैसे एनालिसिस करना है एंड पेपर अटेम्प्ट कैसे करना है, एग्जैक्टली किस ऑर्डर में अटेम्प्ट करना है कि आप अपने मॉक स्कोर को इंक्रीज कर पाएँ। वेदर यू आर गेटिंग 100 मार्क्स और 100 से नीचे हैं या 150 हैं, जितने भी मार्क्स हैं आप उसको इंक्रीमेंट कैसे करा सकते हो, कितना इंक्रीज कर सकते हो, कैसे इंक्रीज करोगे। एंड उसके लिए यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दी पेपर अटेम्प्टिंग स्ट्रैटेजी, किस तरीके से तुमको एक्जैक्टली पेपर अटेम्प्ट करना है एंड उसके बाद एनालिसिस किस तरह करनी है। सो इन दिस वीडियो वी विल हैव कृष्णा जो जिसके 100 परसेंटाइल है फिजिक्स में एंड 99.7 परसेंटाइल है ओवरऑल। सो ही कैन गाइड यू इन द बेस्ट पॉसिबल वे कि तुमको पेपर अटेम्प्ट कैसे करना है। सो कैसे करना है एग्जैक्टली।
Hi guys, I'm Krishna and I got 99.65 percentile in jeemains January 2024 and got 100 percentile in physics in April session. Now the exam is like near. You guys already will be giving, mock test. We'll be discussing about the mentality, what your mentality should be. So most students I see is they ignore this aspect. They ignore this aspect, that mentality, like, having this chill attitude, like okay, fine, it's just a paper, this is not the actual JEE, so we need not take care about what is going on, what is going to happen in that paper. But what we should have is we should have a focused mentality. We should have a mentality, focused about that paper, but also at the same time you should not worry too much about the paper, because I have seen people who have worried too much. Okay, my previous papers have went bad, so this one will also go bad. You should not have that mindset at all, because it's important you have that confidence, right? Because if you don't have that confidence, you will be stuck in questions, you will lose marks, and eventually your confidence will go bad even more. So that should not happen with you. So you should not be too chill, like okay, this paper is not for the actual paper, so I will take it lightly. No, you have to be focused but not worry too much. You should have the right mindset. Everything should be in balance, right? So you should have the right mindset. So you should have the, but you should be focused, but you should not be too chill. So you should be focused, and also you should not be too worried about that. You should keep this in mind, that past is past. You can't change the past. So if you are like okay, what did I do wrong in that paper, if you are like keep on crying like that, don't worry. The past, like you lost marks in that paper, it's fine. Look for the next paper, like how can I correct that mistake and do well in the next paper. That should be your mentality. Now the next question which gets asked a lot everywhere by students is which subject to start. Okay, this has two sides. This question has two answers, and these two answers are two extremes. I don't know which is going to be suitable for you. You have to try it out for yourself, or if you have already given more mock tests, you will be already familiar at this point that which subject to start first. For me, it was a strong subject. Because for me it was like I was quite confident in physics, so I need to start with the strong subject. What is the benefit of starting with the strong subject? What is the benefit? I will tell you one benefit of starting with the strong subject. The benefit is that you get to a high level, that you can, the confidence gets high, that okay, you are ready to tackle any question. If it's the physics is coming tough, okay, no worries, you will be having enough confidence to tackle that question, because you might have that knowledge in the back of your mind, you might know the concept. But what will happen is that you won't, sometimes you won't have that much confidence to solve that question, so it might take too much time, or eventually you might not even be able to solve that question. But what should happen is that what will happen is that when you start with a strong subject, you are having that confidence. Okay, I'm getting questions. Okay, because usually strong subject you will get more questions, so you are getting questions, so even the tough questions you will be able to attempt properly. So that mindset will be there only if you start with strong subject. So it's like confidence high, confidence goes high. But this has a flip side also. Like you have the strong. If you're starting with strong, you will have another side also. What is the weak? You can start with the weak subject as well. Why? Because weak subjects will usually be time consuming. It will take more time for you. So what will happen is, if it is taking more time, you need to start early, right? So you need to start early. So you can dedicate, you can dedicate the initial 1 hour, how much time you want for that weak subject. You can optimize that accordingly when you give more and more tests. So that will be possible if you are giving, if you are keeping that weak subject as priority only then. So in those situations, if you are having this subject, this is really a priority, I need to do better in this subject, then you can start with the weak subject. Or else in the final exam, it is usually recommended to start with the strong subject, so you have more confidence. Now, let's move on to time spent. Time spent, usually on questions, when you are spending time, you should know how much time to spend on each question, because there is only fixed 3 hours. You need to finish each and every question which you know in that time limit. So you need to know how much time to spend on each question. So there are three types of questions: easy, medium, difficult. Easy, let's first discuss about easy. Easy questions are easy, so it's basic common sense that easy questions spend less time. You will be knowing that. So easy questions usually you will get easily you will get in less time. So with practice it will come to you. For medium questions, again, this is the term itself describes medium questions. You spend enough time to get that question, but don't spend too much time. Don't spend too much time that you don't don't get other questions, easy questions you had to leave. Don't That should not happen to you. You spend enough time to solve that question, but don't spend too much time. The important part is difficult questions. The important part is when it comes to the difficult questions. When it comes to the difficult question, what happens is that the you become so demotivated, or you might also take it to your ego that why is this not a question not being solved by me. So that might happen to you. So what you do is spend more and more time in that question, so you waste time, and eventually what happens, you might not be able to get a good score in that paper. So that might happen to you, right? So that is an issue which everyone faces. So what you should do is, you should not spend too much time on difficult questions. If the question is difficult, if you know it's difficult, leave it for the last. Leave it when you have time. Don't spend too much time. If it's too difficult, it's not worth it. It might not, it won't it will just waste time. It will just take your time. You won't get marks also, and time will also be you lose. So don't spend too much time on difficult questions. Just leave time for that, leave space for that. At the end, leave time so that you can think properly and do. And if you are following the previous steps, you will be having that enough confidence to go and solve those difficult questions. If you're leaving time for that, if it is too difficult, then there is a chance that it's not for you. There is a chance. If you're confident enough, then you can attempt, but there is a chance that it's not for you. So you just leave it if you want to maximize your score. And the next point is about morale is your confidence, right? So this is if you are following this strong subject point, and if you are following the easy questions, difficult questions point, this will come automatically to you. You will be confident enough to score well in the paper if you are doing these steps. If you are following this, you will be enough confident enough to even solve the difficult questions as well, because you won't get stuck, and your confidence is not hindered. So you will be able to solve those questions also. So that morale never went down. Okay, so that should not happen for you. And if it is happening, like let's say, like what I'm talking about is an ideal case. There might be one or two questions where like it's completely new, you don't know what to do, so you spend time in that, you lost time in that. There might be instances like that. So in that case, what you do is you what you do is just leave, just forget about that, move on to the easy questions, gain some morale, and then come back to the difficult questions. So you should have that switching mentality, you know, this from one question to another. If this isn't happening for you, it's fine, it's all right, I have to move to the next question. That should be there. Your morale should never go down. And the final point is analysis. This is like the most important point, which you might know already. Many times what students do is that they ignore this point, that they are like done with the paper, they calculated marks, okay, I got this much mark, this is where I stand, okay. But what you should do is that you should analyze where it went wrong, where the paper went wrong for you. You need to the questions which you spend more time on, even though you know the concept, you spend more time on that, analyze that, how well you could have done that. Just and also note that somewhere you need to keep in mind that you need to keep in mind that these points I should not, these mistakes I should not repeat in the next mock test. And this is not like, okay, don't feel guilty about that, just feel that okay, I should not repeat this. This is like, okay, it's fine, this happened, but I should not repeat this, so note it down somewhere. This is for the difficult or the time consuming questions, or those questions which you lack concept clarity for. But usually what I see is what happens is the easy questions you just ignore. But you should keep in mind that you need to analyze the easy questions also. Why you should analyze the easy questions? Because I will tell you an example. Like in the last year itself, then the January shifts, the subjects had different varying difficulty. Some subjects had max, comparatively easy. Max is generally on the tougher side, but it's comparatively easy. Physics is like usually easy, but some papers it can be quite tricky. So you need to know where the physics is lying, where the max is lying. So even if it went easy, you need to know why it went easy, why it was easy for you. Was it because of your strengths, or was it because the paper was easy? Because there was a shift in January where paper went like too easy, that many people scored well. So you need to know where the paper is actually going easy, or is it easy for you because it's one of your strengths. So that analysis of easy questions should also be there along with the tough ones. The tough ones you will be analyzing, anyways you will be noting down the mistakes where you went wrong. Along with that, easy questions also you need to analyze. So these are some things which you need to keep in mind when you are writing mock tests. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to this channel. More videos related to JE will be uploaded to this channel. Maybe I'll see you guys later. So bye.